ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं वादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेद विभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Chapter 8, verse number 1. अर्जुन उवाच किं तत् ब्रह्म किमध्यात्मं किं कर्म पुरुषोत्तम अधिभूतं च किं प्रोक्तम अधिदैवं किमुच्यते। I repeat one more time. किं तत् ब्रह्म किमध्यात्मं किं कर्म पुरुषोत्तम अधिभूतं च किं प्रोक्तम अधिदैवं किमुच्यते. First see the meaning of the words. Kim, what, tat, that, Brahma, Brahman, Kim, what is Adhyatmam, the Adhyatma, Kim, what is Karma, the action, Purushottama, O best among men, Adhibhutam, the matter, Cha and Kim, what, Proktam has been designated as Adhidaivam. What is Adhidaivam? Kim, what Uchyate is spoken of us. See the meaning. Arjun said, O Krishna, what is that Brahman? What is Adhyatma? And what is Karma, action? What is called Adhibhuta, matter? And what is termed as Adhidaiva, divine intelligence. One more time, we see this translation. Arjuna said, O Krishna, what is Brahman? What is Adhyatma? What is Karma? What is called Adhibhuta? And what is termed as Adhidaiva, divine intelligence. First we read next sloka also, sloka number 2. Adhyagya katham kotra dehesmin madhusudana prayana kali cha katham geyoshi niyatatmabhi. One more time. Adhyagya katham kotra dehesmin madhusudana prayana kali cha katham geyoshi niyatatmabhi. See the word meaning again. Adhyagya, katham, how, ka, who is, atra, here, Dehesmin, in this body, Madhusudana, O killer of demon Madhu, Sri Krishna, Prayana Kale, at the hour of death, Cha, and Katham, how, Geya, to be realized, Asi, you are Niyatatmabhi, by those of steadfast mind. See, the meaning is, O Sri Krishna, who is Adhi Yajna, here and how does he dwell in the body, and how are you be realized at the time of death by those of steadfast mind? See the word meaning again. Translation: O Krishna, who is Adhiyagya? Here and how does he dwells in the body, and how are you be realized at the time of death by those of steadfast mind? We just completed chapter 7. Its name was Gyan Vigyan Yoga. Now we are entering in chapter number 8. Its name is Akshara Brahma. In previous verse and the last two verses, there are very, very important. Lord Sri Krishna said, O Arjun, at the time of death, if someone knows Brahman entirely, incompletely, that person will liberated. At the death time, if someone realized the Brahman, and he said not only Brahman, complete Brahman, this person will be liberated. And there, Sri Krishna used some terms. They are very philosophical and technical. Adhyatma, Adhibhuta, Adhidaiva, Adhiyagya. So you must know the Brahman completely. From there, 7 questions took place in Arjuna's mind. These 7 questions Arjuna is asking here. Oh Krishna, you were talking about the Brahman. You know the Brahman. You must know the Brahman. You know the Adhyatma, Adhibhuta, Adhiyagya. So first my question is, what is Tad Brahma? Kim Tad Brahma? So my first question is, what is Tad Brahma? Kim Adhyatmam? What is Adhyat? Question number 2. Then he asked, Kim Karma? Oh Krishna, what is action? This is 3rd question. Then he asked, Adhibhutam Chakra Kim Proktam? What is Adhibhut? This is question number 4. Adhidaivam Kim Uchyate? What is Adhidaiva? Question number 5. Then Adhiyagya. What is Adhiyagya? These are 6 questions. And finally he asked, as you told me, the seeker who is controller of his mind, whose mind is purified, and end of the time of the death, if he knows the Brahman, that person will be liberated. So last question is prayana kale cha katham geyo si niyatatmaki. How one knows you in the time of the death. So there are 7 questions. Actually, the question is one. The question is, what is Brahman? What is consciousness? What is Atman? The same question is being asked in different aspects, in different angles. So it becomes in 7 forms. Now see the answer. Verse number 3. Sri Bhagavan Uvach. Lord Sri Krishna said, Aksharam Brahma Paramam Swabhavo Adhyatma Uchyate Bhuta Bhavodbhav Karo Visarga Karma Sangita. I repeat. Aksharam Brahma Paramam Swabhavo Adhyatma Uchyate Bhuta Bhavodbhav Karo Visarga Karma Sangita. See the word meaning. Aksharam, indestructible. Brahma, Brahman. Paramam, the supreme. Swabhava, one's own self. Adhyatma, the spirit. Uchyate is called. Bhuta Bhavodbhavakara, that which brings forth the existence of beings. Visarga, the discharge. Karma Sangita is termed as karma. See the meaning. Sri Bhagavan said, the supreme indestructible is Brahman. Oneself is called Adhyatma, and the discharge of spirit, which brings forth the existence of being, is called karma. So first question was, what is Brahman? Kim tat Brahma? What is the Brahman? Everyone knows about the Brahman. Whoever has studied a little bit scriptures, everyone knows about Brahman. Brahman means what? Sat Chit Anand. Consciousness. Pure consciousness. So everyone knows about the Brahman. But this knowledge is not complete. This knowledge is just informative. Sri Krishna says, Arjun, this half knowledge is a danger. You know Brahman, but we do not know Brahman as Brahman is. We know Brahman as we think. We know the Brahman as my concept says. So we know the Brahman according to my concept, not as it is. So that is why Sri Krishna is giving here answer, Arjun, Aksharam Brahma Paramam. What is the Brahman? See the definition, very simple and very short. He says Brahman. The first word Brahman means the biggest. Brahman means the biggest. Whatever we have in our knowledge, and you think, what is the biggest? Go gradually. Whatever we know, it may be planets. Before some time, the people used to think the earth is the biggest object in this universe, because they did not know about the size of sun. They used to say that earth is the biggest object. Everything is in the earth. In the earth, there are mountains, there are oceans. Everything is based on the earth. So earth is the biggest object in this universe. Then we came to know that no, this is not true. Sun is the bigger than the earth. It appears smaller, but it is not. The truth is, sun is the bigger than the earth. Slowly, we know that there are so many planets bigger than the sun. Then we came to know there is a galaxy. Galaxy is the biggest. But in future, we will come to know that there are more and more bigger objects in this universe. But our rishis had the divine vision. They knew everything about the universe. Their knowledge was not gradually. They had divine power to know objects. So they would say, the entire universe is an object. In this object, there is the earth, there is the sun, planets, other galaxies. So this universe is also an object. In this universe, there is earth, there is a sun, galaxies, fire, air, space. And there are so many other universes. This universe is not alone. There are unlimited universes. And every universe is enveloped by the Brahman. So Brahman is the biggest. So Brahman means the biggest. The meaning of the Brahman is biggest. Sri Krishna says, Aksharam Brahma Paramam. So first definition of the Brahman is, the Brahman is in itself a definition. Brahman is not a name, it is a definition. Brahman means the one who is pervading everywhere. Brahman means the one who is the biggest. Brahman means the one who is covering everything. Aksharam Paramam. And this Brahman is Aksharam. Akshara means immutable. Any change takes place there. In the Brahman, no decay, nothing. Whatever we know, everything, every object by nature, it is changing every moment. Every moment, everything is changing. It may look similar, but it is not. It may look, but it is not. Everything, every moment changing. Mutations are happening everywhere. It means we do not know the Brahman. Sri Krishna said, Aksharam Brahma. Brahma means the Akshar. There is something which does not decay. You have to know that. There is something that is reality which never decay. Always same. Param, absolute. In the Brahman, so you know the Brahman. How? You take decision. The definition is that Brahman is which there is no mutations are happening. It is always same. Aksharam Brahma. Sometimes Akshara means the Om. In scripture, even in the Gita, sometimes Akshara means the Om. Pranab. But here, Akshara does not mean Pranab. Here Akshara means the absolute reality. Aksharam Brahma Paramam. So first answer is, which was given by the Lord Sri Krishna to Arjun, Kim Tat Brahma. What is the Brahman? Sri Krishna said to Arjun, the answer is Aksharam Brahma Paramam. The consciousness is absolute, without name, without form, pure consciousness. The next question was, what is Adhyatma? Kim Tat Brahma, Kim Adhyatmam? Adhyatma. What is Adhyatma? Adhyatma means what? Sri Krishna is saying, see the Adhyatma. When that reality, which is absolute, without name, without any form, without identification, just pure consciousness. You can call this the Brahman. That Brahman, we know. We know Brahman is absolute, Brahman is a consciousness without name, without fame, without form. So many people had this idea in before. But Sri Krishna says this is not enough knowledge. I remember a story. Actually, this is not a story, it's a parable. In a village, there was a group of blind persons. They were living there and kept begging food in the street always. And they didn't know about elephants. They had listened so many times, there is elephant. They had listened so many times about elephants. But they did not have any idea because they were blind. They were so eagerly wanted to know what elephant is. And one day it happened. An elephant came in the village. And they heard about there is an elephant has come in the village. So they reached there. And they said, the driver of the elephants, please, could you help me? We want to know what elephant is. The person said, see, everyone can see it. This is not small animal. This is a very big animal. It can be seen from anywhere. So you see. They said, sorry, we don't have eyes. We are blind. So please, could you help me? The person said, okay, I would help you. And he took one person near the elephant and he touched. He experienced in his life, this is the elephant. And he came back. Then another person, third one, fourth one, sixth one. Everyone goes there and touches the elephant's different body parts. Someone touched legs, another touched its trunk, its ear, its tail. They touched here and there. And finally, they were so happy. They were thinking, we have known about the elephant. Elephant wins. And they were discussing how was the elephant. The person who touched its tail, he was saying elephant was like a stick. Another said, no, you are lying. Elephant was like a pillar. I experienced it. Some third one said, no, you are also lying. It was like wall. So everyone was telling their experiences. Someone was saying elephant is like this, and they were fighting. They were fighting about the point of elephants. All were right and all were wrong. And they kept fighting continuously. 8 fighting going on. So everyone was right and everyone was wrong. They knew the elephants, but not completely. We know the Brahman. It is a Sad, Chid, Anand. It may be somewhere in the clouds. It may be somewhere in the heaven. It may be sitting somewhere high level. So we have knowledge about the Brahman. We don't have the complete knowledge of the Brahman. Half knowledge is dangerous. Sri Krishna says, Arjun, the first definition of the Brahman is Aksharam Brahma Paramam. But this is not complete definition of the Brahman. As I told before, the only question is what Brahman is. Another 5 questions are just for explain this first question. Second question is Adhyatmam Swabhavo Adhyatma Uchyate. Swabhavo Adhyatma Uchyate. What is Adhyatma? See, the terminology is very, very technical, philosophical. Adhyatma means what? Adhyatma means that reality which is a nirgun, nirakar, without name, without fame, pure consciousness. When we refer it with the body, in the body, it called Adhyatma. Adhyatma means in the body. In the body. The same consciousness which is everywhere, the same consciousness is residing in my body also. Its name is individual soul, limited soul, Jivatma, Adhyatma, Swabhav. The word is Swabhav. Swa means your own. Bhava means existence, your own existence. Swabhavo Adhyatma Uchyate. Your own existence. Now you think. Like nature of the fire is heat. We cannot separate. No one can separate this the fire and this the heat. We cannot separate this the ice, this the coldness. So existence of the fire cannot be possible without the heat. And heat cannot remain with the fire, without fire. So nature of the fire is heat. Nature of the sugar is sweetness. Same. What is your nature? Swabhava. Swabhava, your own nature. Now you think, what is your nature? Sometimes you are angry. Sometimes you are in peace. Sometimes you are greedy. Modes are changing. So this is not your existence. What is your existence? If you look at this point, you will find that your swabhav, your nature is consciousness. Anything can be come and go, but consciousness will remain always same. There may be anger, there may be peace, there may be depression, there may be lust, there may be anything, but consciousness will remain always. You cannot separate yourself and consciousness. This is me, this is my consciousness. No, you and your consciousness are not separate. Like fire and heat, ice and it's cold. Same, you and your consciousness is same. Sri Krishna says, Adhyatma. It is Adhyatma Swabhava. So Adhyatma means your own consciousness. Adhyatma means your own existence. You can exist without anger. You can exist without peace. But you cannot exist without consciousness. So consciousness is always with you. No, you are the consciousness. So the inside consciousness, we call it Jiva, individual soul. This is the Adhyatma. Sri Krishna is saying, this Adhyatma also the Brahman. Expand your knowledge about Brahman. Do not limit your knowledge about Brahman. Brahman is living in the high sky. No. In everybody, there is a Jiva. This Jiva is also Brahman. Swabhavo Adhyatma Uchyate. Bhut Bhavo Bhavakaro Visarga Karma Sangita. Third question was, what is karma? Kim karma? Third question was, what is karma? Sri Krishna is giving definition. He says, karma means visarga. Very, very technical words. Visarga means renunciation. Let's understand this topic. What is action? In a simple way, I put it in this way. Arjuna is asking, what is action? Action means whatever we are doing. If you want to go somewhere, you start walking and you will reach. One action has completed. If you want to eat something, you eat. Eating the action, watching the action, seeing, hearing. These are the actions. But here Sri Krishna is not giving such answer. He says, Visarga Karma Sangita. Now see, we have to understand this in two levels. One is, when there was time, the complete, totally annihilation. There was nothing. Only Brahman was. Brahman is, and its nature, Prakriti, Maya, and Brahman was alone. Its Maya, its nature was inactive state. When time comes to create the creation, then Lord pursued to create the creation. Then that Maya becomes active. Bhaushyama Prajaya. God wants to become many. Then that Maya, which was inactive, now becomes active, because Lord was taking a pursuit to be many. Then he created the entire world. This is the Sarga. Sarga means creation. Sarga means your activity. Like you cook the food, you write a book, you go somewhere, you do something. This Sarga means creation, your activity. So activity of the gods, for what? Bhuta bhavod bhavakaraha. The activity of the gods is for the universe, to create the universe, to create the all beings. Bhuta bhava udbhavakara. So this is the one meaning of the action here. Another meaning is Visarga means renunciation. In worldly activity, we always try to grasp something. We want to capture something by relation, by possession. We want to collect something. But in spirituality, if you think of the nature of spirituality, spiritual activity is renunciation, not possession. Think deeply. Every activity which is a part of the spirituality, it is a renunciation. If you are doing charity, you are doing austerity, you are chanting, pilgrimage, meditating, whatever you are doing, its essence is renunciation. You are trying to renunciate something, your time, your relation, your position. So in spirituality, your entire activity is part of the renunciation, not collection. It's just opposite of the world. In world, we try to collect. In spirituality, visarga, this work opposite way. Entire your activity. Sometimes you are renunciating your relations. You go to alone. You go alone means you are trying to renunciate your relation. You are giving some charity. You are trying to renunciate your possession, your time. So entire activity, spiritual activity, will lead us towards renunciation. Sri Krishna says, Visarga bhuta bhavod bhavakara. Bhuta bhav. Bhuta bhav means existence. I am the human being. This is the bhuta bhav. I am the man, I am woman, I am father, I am mother, I am this, I am that. This bhav, this understanding is bhuta bhav. I am young, I am old, learned, ignorant, rich, poor. These all understanding is bhuta bhav. Udbhav kara, Sri Krishna says, you go beyond of them. Bhuta bhav udbhav kara. So in first level, we are trying to renunciate our relation, our possession, our time, our this and that. And slowly, you try to renunciate your body without dying. See? Without dying, renunciate your body. In the time of the death, we are bound to leave the body. In the time of the death, everyone is bound to leave the body, renunciate the body, but in the path of spirituality, without dying, you renunciate body. And this way, I am not the body. I am not the body. This is a renunciation. Bhuta bhavod karaha. I am not the gross body. This is the renunciation of the body. This is the visarg. And gradually, I am not the sense organ. I am not the mind. Mind belongs to me. But I am not the mind. So slowly, Visarga means that completely renunciation. So here we have completed 3 answers. What is the Brahman? What is Adhyatma? What is Adhibhut? Karma. Now next, number 4. Adhibhutam ksharo bhava purushasya adhyagyo ahamevatra dehe deha bhritamvara. I repeat again. Adhibhutam ksharo bhava purushasya yadhyagyo ahamevatra dehe deha bhritamvara. See the word meaning. Adhibhutam means adhibhuta. Ksharaha bhava means all perishable objects. Purushaha, the shining Purushaha, Brahman. Cha and Adhidaivatam, Adhidaiva, Adhyagya means Adhyagya. Aham, I, Ev alone, Atra Dehe, in this body, Te Bhritambara, best among embodied being, O Arjuna. We have completed 3 answers. What is the Brahman? What is the Adhyatma? What is Karma? Now, question number 4, Adhibhutam. What is Adhibhut? What is Adhibhut? Sri Krishna is answering here, Adhibhutam Ksharo Bhava. Very small answer. Very beautiful. Straightforward. But complicated. Not so simple. Because they have so much things in this answer. Adhibhutam. What is Adhibhut? Sri Krishna is saying here, Ksharo Bhavaha. In first answer, we studied Akshara, immutable. Now he is saying Adhibhutam, Adhibhut. Bhut means you are Vedanta student, so you can understand it easily. There are 5 great elements, and we call them Bhut. Fire, like earth, water, fire, air, ether. These are the 5 great elements. These are the Bhut elements. Sri Krishna is saying, O Arjuna, all Bhuta, all elements, the fire, the earth, the water, the air, the sky, by nature, they are decaying every moment. Earth is not same earth which was yesterday. Water is not same water which was the previous moment. Air, fire, every bhut and every object which is made by 5 elements. So entire universe is made by 5 elements. The sun, the moon, galaxy, the trees, our bodies, entire objects is made by the 5 great elements. So by nature, Sri Krishna says, Ksharo Bhava. Their nature is continuously decaying, mutations. They are changing every time. So this is Adhibhut. Now see what Sri Krishna is giving message here. He's saying the mutable things, including every object, 5 great elements, they are also the Brahman. You may know that Brahman is imperishable, but Sri Krishna says, no, this is half knowledge. The complete knowledge is Brahman is Akshar as well as Brahman is Akshar. Adhibhutam Ksharo Bhava. In the form of the earth is form of the God. In the form of the water, God is here. In form of the fire, none other than the God. God is burning in front of you. God is flowing. God is blowing in shape of the air. So every object, by nature, it is mutable, perishable, but it is the God. It is the consciousness. It is the Brahman. Adhibhutam Ksharo Bhava Purusasya Adhidaivatam. Question number 5. Another question was, what is Adhidaiva? Adhidaiva. Now let's understand. Adhidaiva means what? The concept of the God in this world is in two shapes. One is God without name, without form. Another is God is with name and with form, with attributes, with quality. God has so many qualities. God has very beautiful form. You can meditate upon that form. So God has very beautiful form. So two concepts. One is God is without attributes, without name, without form. Another concept is God has very beautiful structure, very beautiful shape. Shantakaram Bhujagastayanam. Very beautiful. And God has thousands names. God has attributes, so many attributes. Sagun. In first question, we listened, God is pure. No name, no form. But in this verse, in this question, Sri Krishna says, Purusasya Adhidaivatam. That same reality is here with the form. In philosophical language, we call it Hiranyagarbha. But in Puranas, we call it Brahma. Brahma is the form of the God. Brahma means the collective soul. Collective soul. Like, as I was talking about, in my body, there is one soul. And I am the part of this entire cosmos, the entire earth. So earth has its own body. And my earth is a part of my galaxy. So galaxy has its own body and own soul. And same, the entire universe has its own body. So entire universe has its own soul. That soul is Brahma. We call it Brahma. That is why we call it Brahmanda. The cosmos, the universe. So universe is a body. And in this body, there is a consciousness, and that consciousness we call Brahma. Here Sri Krishna is saying Adhibhutam. Adhidaivatam. Adhidaivatam. Brahma is. So, in easy way, I will put it this way. As you think there is a God with name and form, Sri Krishna is saying here, this is the Adhidaiva. Lord, the God with the name, with the form. And Adhiyaggo Aham Evatra Dehe De Bratambara. And question number 6. Arjun asked, what is Adhyagya? Sri Krishna is replying here, Adhyagya. So what is Adhyagya? Aham Evatra Dehe. He is saying here, Aham Eva, I am myself in this body. So let's understand this concept. In Upanishad, there is a very small story, actually not a story, there's just an anecdote. It is said there was 2 words. Dva supranau sayujau sakhayo samanam vriksham parishashtra jate. In Upanishad, there is written, there were 2 birds. They were sitting the same branch. By nature, they were same. Everything was same. The only one thing happened. The one bird started enjoying the fruit. And because of that enjoyment, it becomes miserable. Another bird did not eat, did not enjoy anything. It was watching just. And he was so happy. Means what? In this body, there is 2 types soul. One soul is Jivatma, individual soul. Like in my body, there is a myself, my consciousness. Everybody has its own self. Every human body, animal's body, bird's body. So everybody has its own self. We call it Jivatma. It takes body to enjoy, to experience its karma, its consequences of the karma. It takes birth and dies. So this is the one soul. And simultaneously, everybody has another soul as well, and soul of the consciousness, the Krishna, the Brahman. So in everybody's body, there are 2 souls. One soul is experiencing everything. Another soul is just watching. We call it Antaryami, Sakshi. You may have heard the word Sakshi. Witness. The God is also residing in everybody's body, experiencing nothing. He is residing and just watching. He is witness. But the soul, the individual soul, limited soul is experiencing. But God, which is residing in everybody's body, just as a witness. Anger comes and goes. Nothing to do with me. Peace is coming and going. This is the Adhyagya. Sri Krishna said, this is the Adhyagya. I am sitting everybody's heart as a witness, as a Sakshi. This is the Adhyagya. So all 6 are the different form, this different aspect of the same reality. It has to be understood. It has to be known. This is the complete knowledge of the consciousness. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Vadarayanam Sutra Bhashikritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishwaru Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayeta. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.